Windows Movie Maker is a freeware video editing software by Microsoft. It is a part of Windows Essential software suite and offers the ability to create and edit videos as well as to publish them on OneDrive, Facebook, YouTube, and Flickr. History. Initial releases. The first release of Windows Movie Maker was included with Windows ME in 2000, but it was not available in Windows 2000, which was released months before Windows ME. Version 1.1 was included in Windows XP a year later, and included support for creating DVAVI and WMV8 files. Version 2.0 was released as a free update in November 2002, and added a number of new features. Version 2.1, a minor update, is included in Windows XP Service Pack 2. The Movie Maker and Windows XP Media Center Edition 2005 had more transitions and support for DVD burning. Windows Vista. The next version of Movie Maker was released as part of Windows Vista and like most Windows components reported version number 6.0.6000, same as Windows Vista itself. It included new effects and transitions, and support for the DVR-MIS file format that Windows Media Center records television in. The HD version in Premium and Ultimate editions of Windows Vista also added support for capturing from HDV camcorders. The Capture Wizard also created DVR-MIS type files from HDV tapes. However, the Windows Vista version of Windows Movie Maker removed support for importing video from an analog video source such as an analog camcorder, VCR or from a webcam. As some older systems might not be able to run the new version of Windows Movie Maker, Microsoft also released an updated older version 2.6 for Windows Vista on Microsoft Download Center. This version included the old effects and transitions, and is basically the same as Windows Movie Maker 2.1, but without the ability to capture video. Installation requires Windows Vista and is only intended for use on computers where the hardware-accelerated version cannot be run. A Windows Presentation Foundation version of Windows Movie Maker was also included in some builds of Windows Longhorn, but was removed in the development reset in August 2004. Windows Live, a new version of the software, renamed Windows Live Movie Maker 2009, was released as a beta on September 17, 2008, and officially released as a standalone product through Windows Live Essentials Suite on August 19, 2009. This was effectively completely new software as it could not read projects created by earlier versions and did not support custom XML transitions written for the previous versions. In addition, a great many features were removed. Movie Maker's interface was redesigned to use a ribbon toolbar similar to Office 2007, and also added features such as Auto Movie, and the ability to export videos directly to DVDs and YouTube. Certain advanced features were also removed from the software, such as image stabilization, chroma key, and the ability to record voiceovers. Movie Maker 2009 supported both Windows Vista and Windows 7. As the previous version of Windows Movie Maker is no longer included with the operating system, the only way to obtain Movie Maker on Windows 7 and later was through the Windows Live Essentials suite. An updated version, Windows Live Movie Maker 2011, was released on August 17, 2010, adding webcam capture, support for high-definition video, the ability to upload videos directly to OneDrive and Facebook, and the ability to add media files stored on network shares to projects. 2012. With the discontinuation of the Windows Live brand, Windows Movie Maker 2012 was released in April 2012. Support for recording voiceovers was restored, along with an audio mixer and integration with several free stock music services. H.264/MP4 became the default export format. Support for uploading to Vimeo was introduced, and hardware-accelerated video stabilization was also added as an exclusive feature for Windows 8 users. Layout. The layout consists of a storyboard view and a timeline view, collections for organizing imported video, and a preview pane. When in storyboard view, the video project appears as a film strip showing each scene and clips. The storyboard timeline consists of one video, one music audio bar, as one titles credits bar. In each bar, clips can be added for editing. Still images can also be imported into the timeline and stretched to any desired number of frames. The video and music audio bars can be cut to any number of short segments, which will play together seamlessly, but the individual segments are isolated editing-wise, so that for example, the music volume can be lowered for just a few seconds while someone is speaking. Importing footage. When importing footage into the program, a user can either choose to capture video or import into collections to import existing video files into the user's collections. The accepted formats for import are WMV/ASF, MPG, RV, WMA, WAV, and MP3. Additionally, the Windows Vista Home Premium and Ultimate editions of Movie Maker support importing MPEG-2 program streams and DVR-MIS formats. Importing of other container formats such as MP4/3GP, FLV and MOV, and AAC are also supported if the necessary codecs are installed and the system is running Windows 7 or later. In the Windows XP version, import and real-time capture of video from an analog source such as a VCR, tape-based analog camcorder or webcam is possible. This feature is based on Windows Image Acquisition. Video support in Windows Image Acquisition was removed in Windows Vista. As a result, importing analog footage in Windows Movie Maker is no longer possible. When importing from a DV tape, if the Make Clips on Completion option is selected, Windows Movie Maker automatically flags the commencement of each scene, so that the tape appears on the editing screen as a collection of short clips, rather than one long recording. That is, at each point where the record button was pressed, a new clip is generated, although the actual recording on the hard drive is still one continuous file. This feature is also offered after importing files already on the hard drive. In the Windows Vista version, the Make Clips on Completion option has been removed. The clips are now automatically created during the capture process. The efficiency of the importing and editing process is heavily dependent on the amount of file fragmentation of the hard disk. The most reliable results can be obtained by adding an extra hard disk dedicated for scratch space, and regularly reformatting defragmenting it, rather than simply deleting the files at the end of the project. Fragmented AVI files result in jerky playback on the editing screen, and make the final rendering process much longer. Although it is possible to import digital video from cameras through the USB interface, most older cameras only support USB version 1 and the results tend to be poor sub-VHS quality. Newer cameras using USB 2.0 give much better results. A FireWire interface camera will allow recording and playback of images identical in quality to the original recordings if the video is imported and subsequently saved as DV/AVI files, although this consumes disk space at about 1 GB every 5 minutes. Alternatively, most DV cameras allow the final AVI file to be recorded back onto the camera tape for high-quality playback. Some standalone DVD recorders will also directly accept DV inputs from video cameras and computers. Editing and output. After capture, any clip can be dragged and dropped anywhere on the timeline. Once on the timeline, clips can be duplicated, split, repositioned or edited. An Auto Movie feature offers predefined editing styles for quickly creating movies. The original camera file on the hard drive is not modified. The project file is just a list of instructions for reproducing a final output video file from the original file. Thus, several different versions of the same video can be simultaneously made from the original camera footage. Earlier versions of Windows Movie Maker could only export video in Windows Media Video or DV/AVI formats. It includes some predefined profiles, but users can also create custom profiles. Windows XP Media Center Edition bundled Sonic DVD burning engine, licensed from Sonic Solutions, allowing video editors to burn their problem in DVD video format on a DVD. In Windows Vista, Windows Movie Maker passes the video project to Windows DVD Maker. Windows Movie Maker 2012 introduced the default ability to export in H.264 MP4 format. Video can be exported back to the video camera if supported by the camera. Movie Maker also allows users to publish a finished video on video hosting websites. Windows Movie Maker can also be used to edit and publish audio tracks. If no video or image is present, Movie Maker allows exporting the sound clips in Windows Media Audio format. Effects and transitions. Windows Movie Maker supports a large variety of titles, effects and transitions. Titles are animated text screens, normally placed at the beginning or end of the movie, but can also be placed over video clips. Titles and credits can be added as standalone titles or overlaying them on the clip by adding them onto the selected clip. Titles range from static titles to fly-in, fading, news banner, or spinning newspaper animations. They can also be placed on video clips to create subtitles. Transitions affect how one video clip flows into another. Examples include fade and dissolve, but many more spectacular transitions are available. Effects alter how a video clip appears. Examples include allowing control of brightness, contrast or hue, but other more dramatic effects are available, such as giving an old-time flickering black and white feel. Versions 2X included in Windows XP include 60 transitions, 37 effects, 34 title and 9 credits animations. The Windows Vista version includes a different set of transitions, effects and title credits animations while dropping a few older ones. There are in all 49 effects and 63 transitions. They are applied by using a drag-and-drop interface from the Effects or Transitions folders. Early versions of Windows Movie Maker had a flexible interface, so programming custom effects and other content were possible via XML. The Windows Vista version supports direct 3D-based effects. Microsoft also provides SDK documentation for custom effects and transitions. Since the effects are XML-based, users could create and add custom effects and transitions of their own with XML knowledge. Many custom transitions were commercially available and created additional features such as picture-in-picture. Windows Movie Maker v6 did not support customizations to effects and transitions in the same way as v2X, and so many customizations had to be rewritten. Versions after v6 do not support custom transitions and effects at all. Reception and criticism. Movie Maker 1.0, introduced with Windows ME, was widely criticized for being bare bones, and suffering a woeful lack of features, and saving movies only in Microsoft's ASF file format. Critical reception of versions 2.0 and 2.6 has been slightly more positive. Many long-standing users were disappointed by the removal of so many features and the effective rewriting of the software in Live Movie Maker 2009. Some of those features have subsequently been re-added. In June 2008, a memo purportedly by Bill Gates from January 2003 was circulated on the Internet in which he heavily criticized the downloading process for Movie Maker at the time. The memo was originally made available online as part of the plaintiff's evidence in Combs vs. Microsoft, an antitrust class action suit, and was submitted as evidence in that case on January 16, 2007. See also. References. External links, official website, Creating Custom Effects and Transitions MSDN article, Windows Movie Maker at the Wayback Machine.